This WeatherSmith update is sponsored by Alliance Maintenance.
Good Thursday night, everybody. Thursday, 8:20 p.m. Welcome to WeatherSmith. Let's go right into it here. We'll go over to core. Let's check out the currents. Look at that. Isn't that pleasant? 60 degrees out there. 67 if you're in Tulsa. Add the winds, which we've had winds all day today. And look, they don't want to load. And the server's up. Ah! Alright, let's see if real fills are on here. I was hoping we would knock this out of the park. And we did. Alright, so look at that. Upper 50s, low 60s. So let's go back to gusts and see if gusts are working. There we go. Technology. Been working a lot on the server today, so that explains that. Alright, so let's move over to the forecast. Tonight we will drop down into the low 40s. Kind of nice. Tomorrow we'll warm up into the 80s. That's going to allow thunderstorms. Look at pops. We're all in the 50 range, I would say. So 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms tomorrow. Can't get that wrong, right? All right. Storm Protection Center has a marginal risk for severe weather. The whole entire area. I don't see them changing this. I think this is pretty accurate. There is a small tornado risk, basically Veneta and Southwest. We also have hail risk and wind risk, which is all on the low side of things. So not the greatest severe weather episode, but a minor one. We'll switch over here. Let's look at the model. Hopefully this is the last night of using Synoptic. My model system is almost done. All right, 11 o'clock, midnight, not going on until we get into tomorrow afternoon, and then we start seeing showers, thunderstorms develop. Starting out southeast Kansas, working the way southeast. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6, 7 o'clock. Now we're starting to see things work off the dry line and the dew point area, and so we got storms firing up along I-44 if you've noticed. Those will migrate southeast. And then look at that. That's as far as the model goes, 8 o'clock model. So the 9 o'clock model will get us all the way through midnight. That gives us a great idea. So 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, we'll start seeing storms initiate and then work their way south. Let's jump over to the NAM, same time frame. Let's actually backtrack some. So 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Notice it's more aggressive on the storm development, much more than the HRRR is. But this is, what are we, 8 o'clock? This is 3 hours old information that we're seeing, where the HRRR is still processing and it's an hour old. So take that into consideration. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8. It really breaks this apart. Two different waves, where if we switch back over to the HRRR, it has waves, but it's not as broken. The concerning spot is definitely Oklahoma, those individual cells. That's why there's a low chance for tornado risk. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Now we start seeing this more transitioning over to heavy rain, a few isolated hail spots. 9 o'clock, 10, 11, it's out of here. So let's look at Helicity. We are going to go max. There's your hail tracks. Not all that aggressive. There's more hail tracks in Missouri than there is in Oklahoma, and the tornado risk is more focused towards Oklahoma. And the reason why: Missouri is colder, easier to produce hail. Oklahoma, not so much. We're in the 80s that day, so it's going to take a while to get the hailstones to get up there. So what you see down, or when you see helicity out of this, you're more looking at rotation tracks versus hail, where in Missouri you're looking at hail tracks just because it's colder. Uh, it's much colder in the upper atmosphere. So, okay. So you get a late afternoon, evening thunderstorms moving through the area with the cold front pushing south. All right, that is it for tonight. I will have a lot more information tomorrow morning. My models, my current models that I've built through Core, only go out so far, and tomorrow morning they will start processing this event in detail, and I'm really curious to see how my stuff handles the professional stuff. So we'll see how that all rolls out. All right, that is it for tonight. Have a good one. I will talk to you all tomorrow morning.